Worked on a project with George and Muldrow, and who knows when that'll come out, but maybe at some point we'll be singing that. And right now, just like working on new music and vibing out with people. That was another thing that we're doing out here, just kind of doing some recording and collaborating with some really dope people. So maybe something coming soon, always working on something. I would say really the law does give me a bit more money. It allows me to survive. But the music feeds my soul, which is so much more priceless. So it's like a complementary thing. And I really went into the law in order to help musicians. And you know, we were talking earlier about the industry and how a lot of artists and musicians are treated and the amount of knowledge that they may have about the business. So for me, it was just important to come in and be that help and be that liaison and be someone that can see both sides. A lot of times you have lawyers who don't have any idea what it is like to be an artist or the struggles that you go through day to day. And I've been in the presence of many lawyers who just really look down on artists. They really just think they're ignorant and wouldn't understand anyway. And so for me, it's just important to be a person that's accessible and down to earth that can help you. You know, there are things that you can do on your own now, and a lot of people do things on their own, but I just want to be a guide and a help to, especially to the younger generation of artists, because you know, we're getting older every day. Well, definitely, like I said, Rashida Ali, who's an amazing flautist, who will be coming with the album very soon. And also an amazing musician, Everett James. He's also out of Atlanta. He is a singer, songwriter, musician. He pretty much plays every instrument. And so he's amazing. Also, Ahmed. He's an amazing musician as well, getting his master's out here in London. He's another friend from Atlanta. And definitely so many people though, they're just like amazing artists right now. Fatima is amazing. Floating Points, Sam from Floating Points. Apex, who produced Floating, the song Floating, for me, he's amazing. Musina, you know, Georgia and Muldrow. Oh, Amdex out of Atlanta, he's an MC, producer, DJ. I can keep going. Rita Jackson, MC, Rita J. The main thing I see is a belief that getting signed to a major label is the end all, be all of your career. Like that's the goal, to get signed. And I mean, I've seen it countless times from many people. Especially nowadays, because the contracts are getting even worse because of the economic situation that we're in, that, you know, they disappear. You know, we're just talking about that. Where do the artists go once they sign this contract? They just disappear, and they are in the hands of these labels where their music is completely owned by the labels. And, you know, they don't have any publishing in their music. They don't own any rights, any copyrights in their music. And so I think it's important, you know, for artists to educate themselves. And that's what I see so many artists doing now, because we have to do everything on our own, because we can't look to anyone else really to help us in a lot of ways. Like even with my record, like if I had to wait on a label to put it out, that record would have never came out, or maybe some years down the line, you know. So even with independent and major labels, I've been seeing that, you know, artists have been taking that initiative to step forward and get the knowledge and get the resources that they need to put it together, because especially through the internet and through YouTube, Twitter, you know, Facebook, a lot of people are so accessible now. So I just think it's important to take the time, get a contract, tell them to put it in writing. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be, you know, all these pages. Tell them to give you a contract with understandable language that you can understand. Someone I know, Bahamadia, who's an amazing MC who I look up to so much, she will always get people to put her contracts in writing to where she can understand it. So it's in plain English contracts, and that's something that you can do. Get people to put it on paper, because, you know, just one little misunderstanding, you know, can make a difference. And, you know, if you want, contact me. I'm down to help. I'm really down, open to help artists, and not, it's not about the money for me. It's about making the experience and enabling people to share their beautiful art with the world, and not be inhibited by just a little detail or something that can be fixed. So I just think that's important, is just to educate ourselves on, how we can make money in music, even, because just selling records and CDs and physical product, it really isn't even the way to make money in music anymore. I think those shows are very interesting. A lot of those shows, it's kind of like a add fame and stir, like an instant gratification type thing. And, I think it's good for artists to have a chance, because for some of them, that's their dream. That's just what they want. That's what they want. They don't care how they get it. They just want it. And as far as the deals they would get, I haven't seen any of them, but I can assure you that they're probably not that good, because they're not coming to the table with any bargaining power. It's like, this is a prize for you. I would be interested to know how many of them even have attorneys, that even look at the contract when they sign them. I have no idea. But I think, that's an opportunity they feel like they wouldn't have in any other way. And, I see all those people, they wait in line for hours and days, to be on the show. And it's something they want to do. So, I respect any artist that puts their heart and soul into what they do, and it's real. And, whatever avenue that they feel that they need to take. Some of us may take a more independent route where we're just like, look, this is the music, this is what we do, we're going to get it out either way. You know what I'm saying? And then you have some that feel like they can't do anything. Like, they can't do it unless they get someone else to kind of co-sign, or unless they get, a certain backing. What annoys me the most, definitely, is that it's not about the music, and we're in a music industry, and the music doesn't matter. That's supremely annoying, because that's why we do what we do. It's music. But when you tie in the industry to it, which is a commercial market and industry that is just about basically profit, it becomes not about the music anymore. And it's like, can this be a hit? One thing that I've seen lately that I haven't seen in years, back in the day, if someone bit your style, so to speak, like, you would get it. Like, you don't copy anybody else. Like, that's a battle, like, straight up. And now what I see is it's become cool to copy someone else just because they do well with that song. For instance, with the auto-tune thing. Like, everyone has done it, but back in the day, if somebody started that, no one would touch it, because they knew, like, yo, that's so-and-so style. Like, for instance, Zapp and Roger with Computer Love. They came out with that song. You notice it wasn't like it was now. Like, everybody just taking over that, sound. So to me, that's a pet peeve. But what I love about music right now is the creativity, especially in the independents, and the mixing that I see from different cultures and people around the world. Just the fact that I'm able to be here, and that, I'm talking to you right now. I think it's a blessing that I'm in London, and that I'm able to work with artists from Australia, from Japan, from Italy, Austria, wherever in the world. We can relate and mix and really, create a world dialogue. And so I think from that, I think that's an amazing thing, and I think it's just going to continue to grow over the years. And I think I would love to kind of organize that in some way, and organize all our voices and kind of bring us together for like a world concert. That would be dope, right?